to talk about Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm reading today 3.9.2. Before proceeding, I just want to recap what happened in before cantos. Not canto, like the chapters. In 3.7, further inquiries of Lord Vidura, further inquiries of Vidura. Vidura declares his confidence in Maitreya and he accepts gaining knowledge is impossible without a guru. And in 3.8, Maitreya further explains to Vidura about the manifestation of Brahma from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So last chapter, beautiful things have been explained by Maitreya. The reawakening of creation, etc. So how Garbhodakshaya Vishnu contains jivas within him, and with the Lord's glance, subtle subject matter of creation sprouted from him and from the Lord's navel in the form of a lotus bud. And the Brahma took birth on the lotus and examined 4 directions and got 4 heads. And he searched for his existence but was unsuccessful in his attempts. So Brahma meditated on Lord and finally saw Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And since we can't see Lord's features without our material eyes, Maitreya Muni compared the material things, what we see around, so that we can get a glimpse of Lord's beauty and Lord's beautiful features, how he saw and how can we approach to the Lord's beauty. First, the Lord beauty got compared to coral mountain, and yellowish garments are like evening sky, a helmet bedecked with jewels like golden summit to the mountain, limbs with ornaments, tulsi garlands like mountains with waterfalls, herbs, etc. He also compared the sandalwood tree as his perfumes the whole universe. He covered the hoods of Anantasesha with thousands of golds and helmeted hoods. He completely decorated with valuable jewels and submerged in the water of devastation. So these are the some of the things like which link to the what Maitreya linked to describe about Lord's beauty. And Mataji, Lila, Mataji and Janaki Mataji, they explained all these things so beautifully. I could not explain, but I'm just summarizing whatever they gave me as a glimpse. And then Brahma starts thinking about his service to the Lord. He could see only 5 things: Lord's navel, himself, devastation waters, drying air, and sky. And he began, he could only see these 5 things. And he began prayers after that. And this chapter starts with Brahma's prayers. So the first 1 to 25 verses is all about Brahma's prayers. Brahma's prayers were creative impetus. And the first 5 verses glorify our Lord's form. And the first verse, it talks about supreme, knowledgeable, knowable object. And the second verse is mine. Today we are discussing about that and origin of all forms. So before going to that, I will share my screen and I will read the verse and I will do the prayers. Today's verse is 3.9.2 from Srimad Bhagavatam. Rupam yadetadavabodharasodhyayena shashva nivritta tamasaha sadanugrahaya adhau grahitam avatara sasvataika bijam yanna bipadma bhavanadaham avishram. Translation. The form which I see is eternally freed from material contamination and has adventured to show mercy to the devotees as a manifestation of internal potency. This incarnation is the origin of many other incarnations. And I am born from the lotus flower grown from your navel home. So these are the Brahma's prayers. Translation by purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The three deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Shiva, the executive heads of the three modes of material nature, passion, goodness, and ignorance, are all created from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, who is described herein by Brahma. From Kshirodaksha Vishnu, many Vishnu incarnations expand at different ages in the duration of cosmic manifestation. They are expanded only for the transcendental happiness for the pure devotees. The incarnations of Vishnu who appear at different ages and times are never to be compared to the conditioned souls. The Vishnu Tattvas are not to be compared to the deities like Brahma and Shiva, nor are they on the same level. Anyone who compares them is called a Pashandi or infidel. Tamasaha mentioned herein is the nature, material nature, and the spiritual nature has completely separate existence from Tamaha. Therefore, spiritual nature is called Avabodha Rasa or Avarodha Rasa. Avarodha means that which completely nullifies. In the transcendence, there is no chance of material contact by means. Brahma is first living entity, and therefore he mentions his birth from the lotus flower generated from the abdomen of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Om Magna Ajnanatimira Andasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Tapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dena Bandho Jagatprate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Urshabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Susrishosha Dadhanasya Vasudeva Kadaruchi Shanmatsevaya Vipra Punya Shravana Kirtana. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thanks of all of you for attending today morning Bhagavatam class, though it is Dasara. I really I wanted to greet you happy Dasara. This is the day where Ram and Ravan's good over evil and the victory of virtue and righteousness has happened. And so it is a blessed day, and we should take blessings of Lord Ram and start our day. So I'm taking all your blessings too, so that I can successfully complete today's class discussion. So going to this verse, Rupam yadat avabodha rasodhyayena shashva nivritta tamasa sad anugrahaya adau grihitam avatara sattaika bijam yannabi padma bhavanad aham avishram. So it talks about Lord Brahma's, he says that I'm born from your lotus flower, from your navel. So this is such a beautiful verse, and Srila Prabhupada gives a lot of glimpses about this shloka. These are the wonderful prayers Brahma did for Lord. So he's saying that, oh my Lord, today after many, many years of penance, I have attained true fortune. I have come to see you and know you, the ultimate object of knowledge. No one and nothing is superior to you. Your form is non-material and is composed of spiritual internal potency as the forms of all of your incarnations. These incarnations who descend by your mercy are equally auspicious. We are meant to meditate on them. Those who are destined for hell neglect your personal form and speculate on matter instead. So these are wonderful prayers. So in the first verse, like yesterday's verse, Srila Prabhupada talks about like why the living entities fail to know Krishna. The Lord has employed his wonderful material energy in manifesting many wonderful distractions in this material world. And the conditioned soul, illusioned by the same energy as they are unable to know supreme cause. In the verse number 2, it talks about Brahma's continues that I am attempted to understand my source and could not, but by your mercy, I now see it clearly, and I am born from the lotus flower of your navel. Although I tend to become covered by Maya, therefore become proud of my physical strength, you are the actual cause of cosmic manifestation, as completely untouched by Maya or matter. I surrender unto you. So these are the beautiful prayers that Lord Brahma is doing to Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Even Srila Jiva Goswami states that one should consider Lord's form fully spiritual because it is eternal, all powerful, all pervading, the shelter of everything, the transcendental to all gross and subtle forms of material energy. Manifest in the hearts of all conditioned souls, manifest only by his only wish, and clearly described in all the Vedic literatures. This also Jiva Goswami states that. So Brahma is eternally free from material contamination. Avabodha rasaya dhyeya shashvan nivritta tamasaha, and has advented voluntarily to show the devotees mercy. Sad anugrahasya adau grihitam. This incarnation is the origin of the other incarnations. Avatara saswataika bijam. Sataika bijam. Avatara sataika bijam, who are situated on the platform of transcendental goodness. I, the Raja Guna Avatara, I am born from the lotus flower, grown from the Lord's navel. Yannabi Padma Bhavanad Aham Avishram. So, like he's glorifying that I am born from your navel as a lotus from the lotus flower bud. Before going, I just want I did little research, like why do we prayers? Why prayers are needed? He just born, and why he has to prayers, and what is the means of doing prayers? So I did a little research. I did a couple of lectures. I did a lot of manuscripts and everything. So I got some idea like power of prayers. So we want to be happy so that we will have a good food, do good things like helping, see good scenic places, etc. Our lives are centered around happiness. We wanted to be happy. But there is an issue. by doing the above things, can we be happy for a day? It is even difficult after a week, and it is challenging after like in a life. So same things, they can't make us happy. So these are all not permanent, these are temporary. So I just want to give an example for like shopping in a hot sun. So we take temporary precautions like drinking cold water, coconut water, ice cream, something. So it is all temporary. But when we go home and switch the AC, that is the permanent happiness. So in this temporary world, we are searching for happiness in temporary things like possession, self-gratification, positive attitude. But we can ultimately be happy when we go home back to Godhead and connect to Krishna. So in Bhagavad Gita, so we came to know that we can be happy only when by connecting to Krishna. So, but the next question is, how can we be happy? What to do? So the next answer is only with prayers. But we might question, what is prayer? So prayers is the universal language to connect to the Lord. It is like a communication with the Lord. It is a language between human heart and the divine heart. It is the personal time between you and the Lord. With prayers, we get connected to the Lord. When we deal with superiors, what will happen? We ask. And when we deal with the elders, we request. With the juniors, we order. With warners, we beg. And with Supreme Creator, we pray. So next comes why we need to pray. Through prayer, we get strength, and so that we can complete our day-to-day chores. For example, I can explain you like with an example. There is a dad and son, and son wants us to play in a play yard, and there is a big boulder in between, and he could not go to the play yard and remove that. It is like objecting to play. So he comes to his dad and asks, like, there is a big boulder, I could not move it. What shall I do? He says, try it out. You can move it. He goes back to the play yard and he tries to move it, like, all like sweat and everything. He could not move it, and he comes back to his dad and says, I could not move it. It is so hard. He said that you are not using your complete effort. Use your complete effort and push the boulder. He goes back and he starts pushing, but he could not move an inch. So he comes back to his dad and says that, no, I could not move it. I need your help. Then his father says, no, he says like, you did not use your complete potency. That's why you are not able to move the boulder. Then dad says, you were talking like I could not move, but did you ever ask me my help? Then both dad and son, they go to the play yard and they remove the boulder. So this is the way, like, prayers give strength in difficult situation. Prayer to the Lord, like we can come out of the misery. We can get a sense of security and sense of safety and convert our fears into strength. So these are the powers of the like prayers. Coming to this verse, like we know Krishna, like Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin to all. He has no other origin. He is the prime cause of all causes. just want to share this picture. It is so good. So, did you see this? Lord Brahma is praying to Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He could see Lord's form and he's meditating on him and he's praying for the lordships, for the Lord. So we can even see in the text number 38, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Sanhat Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindam Adipurusham Tamham Bhajami. So these are the beautiful prayers from Brahma Samhita. So Brahma is praying to Lord Vishnu, the primeval Lord, who is Shama Sundara, the King, Krishna himself with the inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their hearts with the eye of devotion tinted with the salve of love. And the next one is Mayahi Asya Jagadanda Satani Sute Traigunyatad Visheja Veda Vitayamana Svatvalamba Param Sattva Vishuddha Sattvam Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, primeval Lord, who is absolute, substantive principle, being the ultimate entity in the form of the support of all existence, whose external potency embodies the threefold mundane qualities like Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and diffuses the Vedic knowledge regarding the mundane world. Coming back to the verse. The three deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, the executive heads of the three modes of material natures, passion, goodness, and ignorance, are all generated from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, who is described herein by Brahma. From Kshirodaksha Vishnu, many Vishnu incarnations expand at different ages in the duration of cosmic manifestation. They're expanded only for the transcendental happiness of the pure devotees. So all these incarnations, they are there just to give transcendental happiness of the pure devotees. If you take example of Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu, we can talk like Prahlad Maharaj. He was so ecstatic, like he never asked for any boons, or though he is having so much trouble, he wanted to serve Narasimha Bhagavan. So that is the happiness of the pure devotees. The incarnations of Vishnu who appear at different ages and times are never to be compared to the conditioned souls. So these incarnations, like Rama, we should not compare them as a conditioned soul. The Vishnu Tattvas are not to be compared to the deities like Brahma and Shiva, nor they are on the same level. So we read in the 10 offenses of the holy name, like we should not compare Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva to be equal or independent of the holy names of the Lord Vishnu. So anyone who compares them is called a Pashandi or infidel. What is Pashandi? Pashandi means low class. We can call him like low class, and he's ignorant, stone-hearted. So Pashandi is that one. Tamasaha mentioned herein is the material nature, and the spiritual nature has a completely separate existence from Tamaha. Therefore, spiritual nature is called Avabodha Rasa or Avarodha Rasa. Avarodha means which completely nullifies. So it is like Avarodha. So it is separate from transcendental spiritual nature. So material nature is completely different. We see the Kamadhenu in spiritual world, we see cow in the material world. We can't compare. and they are like kalpavrikshas in spiritual world, and these are all trees here. Kalpavrikshas, they have whatever fruit we ask for, they give, and in whatever season we ask, they give. But here we bind by conditions like weather, the time. So we have some certain limitations here, but the spiritual world is different. So it is that which completely nullifies. In the transcendence, there is no chance of material contact by any means. So there is, in the spiritual world, there is no tinge of material contact. Brahma is the first living being, and therefore he mentions his birth from the lotus flower generated from the abdomen of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So this is what, therefore he mentions his birth as an auspicious birth from the lotus flower generated from the abdomen of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So I want to conclude today's discussion by praying to Lord Rama. I used to be a teacher for like small kids, like 3.5 to 4.5. I did work for 5 years with ISKCON Seattle. So every we used to be like so like entertaining small kids and everything. We used to teach small slokas. So at one time we did teach this sloka. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram Dasaradhana Dana Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram Dasaradhana Dana Ram, Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Ram, Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram Dasaradhana Ram. Thank you so much for all your blessings. If I'm open for discussion, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundari, Lila, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And so nice to hear from you on this auspicious day. And your class always ends with a little bhajan, which is so touching. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please
Hare
pray
Krishna.
for me and bless me, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Continue my services.
Your blessings are coming to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you. Your prayers. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Happy Vijayadashmi today to all of you. I was thinking about these prayers. If you can said something about the power of the prayers. I was hearing, but then of course I was doing the services in this temple also. So if you can repeat what was the significance of the prayer, so that we can get strength or something like that. If you can highlight that again, it will be nice for me. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Through prayers, we get strength. We are searching for happiness in this material world, but it is all temporary. So through prayers, we get strength to move forward, for to what we can say, that to get over all the miseries. We can be happy only by connecting to Krishna. So that can be happened through prayers. And prayer is not just like prayer, but it is a connection with the humans, and to the humans, like heart to the divine heart. So I did explain about like we need strength to complete our tasks, so that we have to do prayers. with the juniors and seniors, it is different, the way we talk to them and everything. But with the Lord, if we do prayers, we get connected to the Lord. Is that okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Thank you,
That's
Prabhuji.
basically we are. How do we even talk to Krishna? Is by the mode of prayers. That's our communication. That's what you said.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So the prayer. I was thinking when Prabhupada Maharaj came, the prayer cannot be one day. We have to keep praying for everything every day, because it's a communication might happen. Krishna is looking at what is our intent of the prayers also. Because if you remember that Madhvacharya's parents were praying the Lord Shiva for almost 12 years or 14 years. And after that only Krishna answered, there was an answer from the Lord. So we think, sometimes I feel that, hey, I prayed, nothing happened. So we need to keep praying. Need to keep praying. It is like this, right? So when children come to parents and keep asking, parent may not sanction the day one. The children keep praying every day, asking every day. Not for ask or something. At least they keep repeating, and at least one day we'll say, okay, all right, we'll do something for you. So that means, then I realized, even the parent and the child, the parents won't sanction immediately for everything. How about Krishna? So he knows what to do, what's our intention behind it. So the power of prayers is important. So, but the one good thing is we can pray. It's not for us. Even on behalf of others also we can pray. Right? That's the beauty of it. If I want to go and talk to my parents, I'll just pray me and my parents. That's it. But Krishna can even talk to, understand even others, whether you're devotee, non-devotee, parents, relative, that doesn't matter, but you still can pray for them. That's an amazing thing, which is, that's a mercy. In fact, we also pray every day, Tulsi Maharani, that, please bestow mercy on Krishna, upon them, so that they can get service of Krishna. That's a Seva Adhikara Diye Koro Nija Dasi. That's what we pray, Tulsi Maharani also. Anyway, some reflections like this. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing.
Krishna, can I go 1 minute extra? I forgot to say something in that connection, which I had thought of sharing. I recently read Srila Prabhupada's lecture somewhere, and this, it was a TV interview those days. And then he's asking, why this mantra, Hare Krishna mantra? And Srila Prabhupada said, it's a message to Krishna. It is like a radio communication with Krishna. We are always sending out this message. We are, connecting with Krishna through the Hare Krishna mantra. And then that is the universal language of the soul, because there is only the names of God. There is no other language that comes into it. These two things I remembered. Thank you so much. And it's like the cry of a child for the mother. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Thank you so much, Hare.
Sachidanand Maharaj, in Sadhu Sangha once retreat, he said, we are praying every day. Of course, individually we are chanting Hare Krishna. But in the Sangha Kirtan, almost 2,000 plus devotees were there in Sadhu Sangha. And Maharaj said, instead of, I'm calling Krishna on my phone, but I'm not calling on my own. I'm putting the speaker on my phone and calling so that I can listen to everyone. Right? So that is Sangha Kirtan. You understand? That's what Maharaj said. So that means he can hear the prayers of everyone putting on the speaker. Everybody can hear what Krishna says, or even everybody can listen, or everybody can communicate to Krishna together. on speaker. That's another thought Maharaj gave. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Mataji. Yeah, the power of prayers, I thought like why Brahma is doing, he has so much blessings, he could see Lord. But as soon as he came, why he started, like he could have done something like service or something, but he started prayer. So I was thinking, and why we have to do prayers and everything, but these are all really like what we can say, that eye-opening things, like how we can meditate on Lord through prayers. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji, for giving insights. So if there is no further discussion, then we can conclude this discussion. Vancha kalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhabhya cha pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.